I have no idea if this is going to work at all. My battery on my phone is dying, and I don't have a charging cable in the legroom, which is actually a surprise to me. I thought I did. Doesn't matter. I was in the Facebook marketplace for, well, I casually glance at it sporadically. Sandy glances at it too, and she's been very sweet, and she always sends me a link to various buy and sells on the Facebook marketplace that have Lego in it. And I have a quick look, oh, too much Mega Block, or oh, just basic brick, or whatever. But occasionally we will go buy something off marketplace, something that catches our eye. One thing I saw weeks ago was this set here on for $45. No, that's a bargain by any stretch. any stretch of the imagination, that is a bargain. But I said no, I don't need it. I don't need it. The first time I saw it, I don't need it. I have one here. I have 4 already built that are now in the storage for whatever reason. So I don't need another one. And I would say that I got into a conversation online a few times. I won't say very recently, but just a little while back when I started making a lot more videos on my YouTube channel because of the crisis, when I quote unquote showing off, flexing as they say now, showing off my collection, and people were saying I'm hoarding Lego. I don't think I am. I do play with it, and you can see in my videos that, oh my goodness, I do play with it. I'm not a collector. I'm not, going to use this as my retirement fund, in whatever, a couple years from now. I'm not doing it to corner the market. I'm really not. I don't care. I've been a fan of Lego since I was my earliest memories. You just go look at the other videos of me talking about it. My earliest memories of me playing with Lego, I've never stopped. I never had a dark ages. There hasn't been a month in my entire life where I did not have at least a Lego brick in my hands at all. In my 50 plus years on this planet. I can guarantee it. At no point did I stop playing with Lego ever. I talked about my dark ages of buying Lego in the mid-90s, where I was not at all interested in any sets they produced. So there was a bunch of years there where I didn't buy a single set off the store shelf. And I was still, at flea markets and garage sales, but I did not buy a single set off the store shelves. So the Lego company did not make any money off me for most of the 90s until they released the RCX. And then they started making lots of money off me again. But anyway, I don't do this to hoard. I don't do this to corner the market. I don't do this to piss other people off. But some people have commented that, oh, you should leave that for somebody else, because you have so many of them. Yes, I should. If I have let lots go before, it's not like I'm doing somebody a favor by letting lots go. I'm not interested. The day I woke up and I said, "Oh, I'm going to keep my money in the bank account." I don't have to buy that set. I got multiple copies of it. So when I saw this set the first time on Marketplace, so this is mine. This is one we just got today. Just to clarify that. When I saw it weeks ago, I said, I'm not going to buy it. Let somebody else buy it. Let somebody else have it. Absolutely. Let somebody else have that set if they so desire. $45 is a fantastic price for a 6950 rocket launcher. It's a fantastic, with instructions. It's a fantastic price by any stretch. But it wasn't moving. And what happened was that I saw it weeks ago, and then Sandy sent me a text the other day saying, "Oh, did you want this?" Because she knows I adore classic space. She knows this is the main part of my hobby has been for a long time. Classic space. It was when I was a teenager, when we made Lego Wars. Pete, Jake, and I made Lego Wars. It was in my 20s and my 30s. I had a layout on the ping pong table. When I lived on my own, I had a whole room dedicated to Lego, but all pieces, and I was just casually building whatever. But the space sets were always together on a little bit of a moon base. And again, this is before I knew anybody else was doing it. So classic space is something I've always adored. Since I got my first 918 in 1978 or 77, 78 or 79, whenever I got it, when I was 12 or 11. Always adored it. Always loves classic space. So I saw this set on buy and sell or Facebook Marketplace. I said, oh no, I have lots. I don't need another one. So I'm just gonna let it go by. Don't need to spend my money on this. So then he sends me a text the other day. By the way, this is on America. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I told her I saw it. I said, I seen that one there. I saw it a couple weeks back, and it's still there. Nobody's bought it yet. Are you kidding me? Okay, now, here's the point. Not that this is going to be, because not everybody has to rely on me to let things go by. But I let it go by. I wasn't going to buy it, but nobody else did. Nobody else did. $45. Are you kidding me? $45 for a 6950 with instructions, and nobody is buying it. Honey, she says, she goes, it's there. And I said, well, send him a text. See if it's actually sold. Maybe it's not sold yet. Oh, not sold. So, okay. We'll show up. Whatever he wants, we will show up. So Sandy sends him a text saying, oh, we're interested. And he says, yeah, it's still here. So pick it up. And so Sandy made the arrangements. We went up there after work today. And we picked it up for $45. Now, all that said, 6950 is a fantastic set. I had a nice conversation with them. He said that this is one of his first sets when he was a kid. He was born in the 70s. He got this when he was a kid. He played with it. He played with it nicely. And then his kids got at it when he got older. And I would say it's exactly what I said for other sets that I've seen over the years, where the pieces of some quote unquote, some of the pieces are not so mint, and that's perfectly acceptable for $45. I still think it's a huge bargain for $45 to get this set. But prime example is this guy right here. So, but again, I have here lots of replacements for that. So as I look closer, so this thing is going to, a lot of these pieces are going to go into the bin of doom, the bin of doom. And the bin of doom is not that doomy. It goes to my friend who is an artist who does something with old beat up bricks. I'm not sure what she's doing. I'm not asking yet. She's going to surprise me. But I do keep a box when I come across parts now in my collection that have teeth marks or beat up like that. They go into the bin. No questions asked. Absolutely no questions asked whatsoever. They're going straight into the bin. I don't need them. I did need the set. As I said, I even told the guy, I have multiple copies of this set. It's one of my favorite sets. I've talked about, there's a whole video of me talking about this specific set, not like a couple months back. This set for me was the defining set of science future for reality. Like there's everything about this set screamed to me, we could actually build this in real life. The space sets, the spaceships, kind of, a little bit of fantasy, a little bit, those things would never fly. You can't build these things in reality. Other things in the classic space series wouldn't work at all. But this thing actually looks like we could go out, maybe in 20 years, and actually build this thing on the moon or something like that. It actually looks legit reality. True science fiction. This is the first set that I believed set the tone for science fiction for me for classic space. The rest of it's kind of more science fantasy, science cuteness, science like directed at kids. This does not look like it was directed at kids. It's kind of like a collectible. It looks like a real model of a real something that NASA would have on the book somewhere. I thought even the all-terrain part, like it really did look like that to me. And so this set is particularly interesting to me, which is why I don't mind collecting more of them. But again, I wasn't going to. I honestly said to myself, the first time I saw it, let it go by. I don't need another one. I don't need to spend $45 on a set that I have multiple copies of. But it was out there for weeks. And again, if it's out there for weeks and nobody's picking it up, I'm sorry. I quote unquote, gave everybody a chance to get it. Anybody who wanted it could have got it. It was there, and they didn't get it. So Sandy sent a message, and I got it. So, but a few missing pieces, and as I just showed you, a few bad pieces that are going to go into the pit of doom. I'm going to separate those for now. I'm going to separate this guy for now. And what I'm going to try here for the first time ever, even though we're 10 minutes into this, is I'm going to try to refurbish the set on camera. So, and since this is recorded from the phone, I don't think I'm going to be able to just put the high-speed fast forward button on this thing, because I don't think this thing has those kind of options. Doesn't look like they have those kind of options. I'm swiping on my phone. No, they don't have that kind of option. So I don't know if I'm going to finish this. I'm going to start right now. It is late, but I'm going to start right now. Just by getting, there's 3 tires here, there's 4 tires there. I'm going to get a black hub. So stay with me. I can talk while I'm over here. Maybe I'll show you this while I'm doing this refurbishing. So let me just get all these pieces out of the way, put that my copy way over there and my new copy here, and I can try to pull. So this is my bin of Technic tires that have a cross axle, this specific cross axle hole and they have the old style tires. So I already have black ones, right? But I don't know if I just have a black hub in here. I thought I did. I thought I had a black hub in here, but maybe you don't. Oh, found one. Black hub. Like I could have just replaced it with one of these tires. Right? I got a bunch of black ones. Again, they could have come from the solar power transporter or this guy. But that doesn't matter to me. So I'm gonna put that in there. So now I refurbished the tire. The next thing is, so this guy has 4 complete wheels with the, oh, another broken one. So let's get that one off of there. I believe these hubs, these black hubs, are actually a pretty penny now. I didn't look it up on Bricklink now, but if you go to Bricklink, you can see, I believe there's these hubs are actually worth something now. And these tires too. I just happen to have, well, it's harder rubber, so you know sometimes they age and get. I don't want to break the hub, which is what I might be doing after forcing this thing in here. There we go. So that is now fixed. And this axle peg has to be the free spinning one, and they only came in a set, I believe. There might have been, I think there was another classic space set that had the black axle pin. I'm not sure if it was friction or frictionless. It might have been frictionless. It was for a launcher, a little spaceship launcher. Not my favorite set by any stretch. I think I have one copy of it somewhere and I just don't care. So there's that. So this guy has 1 extra pin here. So I will definitely say that I am short on the black frictionless pins. Let's see what I got up here. I actually don't see. Oh, there it is. So this is my, breaking all my sets to get at it. This is my storage for all my frictionless black axles, pegs. So all these spin. So I have this many left over. Of course, they're going to be fun to get out. Let me get an axle. Nothing here. Let's get an axle. My axle collection. Because I'm going to need 3 of them. So I've replaced 2 hubs now. I'm going to try to keep track. And now I'm putting in 3 frictionless axle pins because, again, I need them. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 2. Again, refurbishing right here on the fly on the video. It's the first time I've done this. And I don't know how bored you guys are. So now all 8 tires are good. So front and back. So the next step, what is the next step? So he gave it to me mostly built. So there's a broken shooter here. So I'm gonna put that over there. I'll have to figure out where he goes. It looks like he does not have the, I guess this goes here, like that. I'm glad he has all the fences because these are cool fences, and it looks like he has all 4 steering wheels, but he's missing a steering wheel in here. And, oh, there it is right there. Look at that steering wheel. So let me see if I can get that down there. Pull this together. So I don't have to take it apart. There we go. Steering wheel. So I think it is a 6 by something plate. It is a 6 by 16, and it's probably something that when he let his kids play with it, they broke it or whatever, because 6 by X plates do break. So I'm gonna get this, but I'm gonna take my tire bin back because I don't think I need it anymore. All the tires are on there. I'll push this over here. So this is my 6 by X right there. 6 by X blue plates. Now, of course, I have a billion of them. And so then I have to make a decision. Is it a 6 by 14 or 6 by 16? I could actually have a computer open and let me know I'm Bricklink. It is a 6 by 14. 6 by 16. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So not a 6 by 16. So, but that 6 by 14 I just hauled out of here is got some color fading damage to it, where you can see it pretty blatantly. Now, again, overall, that this plate is going to be hidden underneath stuff. So do I care? Probably not. So, because I was going to just say, just get this one, which has a uniform color to it. But no, well, let's use this one. Nobody but us on this video will know that I'm using a color faded 6 by 14. So that's how to get this. He built it this way. That's what he had on the website. So 6 by 14 goes there, and this goes back on here like that, and then there we go. So that's done, and then this thing has to go on the bottom exactly where, right in the end. Okay, so right in the end, it's easy. Just gonna take this thing off for now. That's my way. Monsters can't get you when you're singing to yourself. I won't tell you who said that, because he's not a person that we want to talk about. So there's that all but put back together now with the 6 by 14. This top part, yes, this goes on the back, like, ooh, that one's got some chewed up bits to it. So I'm going to put that over in the pile, and I'm going to get my 2 by X plates of classic gray, light gray, and replace him. I think he's on the inside or the outside. He is on the inside, right? So this is my 2 by 2, 2 by 3, 2 by 4 classic old gray plates. Now, this is where it gets really odd. So you can see how bad the color difference is. So this one's really bad. And if you just look at the top, you can just see how bad some of my pieces are. Now, I don't want to retrowrite them. I just find good ones. I leave the bad ones in here. I don't want to put them in the bin of doom yet, because they're just faded. They're not, chewed or cracked or dented or whatever. So that's not the one I want. So I'm going to replace this guy with this guy, just because. So that's good. So there's that. And then this requires 2 rockets, or two shooters. One goes to the bottom, and I think that was the other broken one here. So I'm just gonna go into, let's get that bin now. I'm doing all this from memory, and the fact that I have one sitting there so I can just look at it. But I'm looking for modified plates. This is my entire bin of light gray, old classic gray modified plates. So this is right there in the front, modified plates. And in here, sorry it's not sorted, but in here, I probably found right there. But again, I want to show you this. Sometimes I stack. I try not to do that too often, but I might have to dump this. There's one I was looking for. Is it easy to see? There it is. There's that. So the rest of it. Okay, this is not all of them, because it's missing the old original, which is the one I have here. I have another probably another half. So this is all my, and this is the original one that came in the 918, the 924, and the 928. And then they changed it to these guys. You can see just by, I'll just take these top two off. The original, the shooter itself was centered on the plate. And the new ones, they stepped it down a little tiny bit. It's not at all centered along the center of the plate anymore. It's down lower. Why they do that? I don't know. They also made it a little thinner diameter than this one. This fits into a minifig hand. That does not. Do not try to wrap a minifig hand around this guy. Well, it's not bad, but it's really tight. So this one's a little better. And it's a little shorter too, because this actually fits in 2 bricks. So if I were to get this thing going, and then just by doing this, so you can see that this hits the brick. It's exactly two studs long. This guy won't fit that way, so he's actually longer than 2 studs. So I can see why they changed that, because it's nice to be able to build them into things, blah, blah, blah. So I have, as they say, a whole bin of guns, or a whole bunch of guns. And so I'll just grab one off there. I'll put it on top here, bring this guy back in. It's on top. There you go. Finished, complete. And then, of course, this guy goes on here. And then, of course, this guy goes on here. And so that part is done. Tickety-boo. These pieces right here, I wonder where they're from. I think they're from underneath. It looks like on mine, it just doesn't have them yet because it's missing the ladders. So I saw a ladder in the set somewhere. There it is, 1 ladder. So it's missing a ladder. Again, I go into my bin of modified plates and I find a ladder. Now ladders, I want they're becoming rare in my collection, but because I use a lot of them. Because they are such a cool piece, and I should actually probably sort them out, because ladders tend to break easy. But I can't worry about that too much. So just grab a ladder, put it on here, and this is exactly what the 3 wide. I remember that now. I don't even have to look at that because I remember that's there. But on that set there, they have a 2x10 going across, and here it looked like he was just using 2x4s. I'm going to look at the instructions for a second because they're here, and I might as well look at the instruction book. Again, not too bad. I've seen worse instruction books, but it looks like it is supposed to be a 2x10, not 2x4s. So I'm going to grab I'm going to put I might leave my gray plates, modified plates up because I might need them, but I'm going to go in my 2x bins for blue. 2x6 and 2x8 plus, which means that's 2x10. and overall, you can see there's some fades on here, but overall they're pretty good. 2x8 is pretty good. So I'm just going to dig through here. Excuse the noise. I'm going to find a 2x10, and there's my 2x10, and I'm going to put it on the bottom here, going right across. And I think that substitutes for the 2x4s that were in there. So I don't think I'm missing anything else, because that's got a 2x4 and that's got a 2x4, and those are 2x4s. And I don't think there's any more 2x4s in here. Blue. So I don't know why I have 3. I think the way I was looking at it, he would have had 2 in here, 1 on each end here, here, and here. But I'm just going to put those in my 2x4 bin now. So we're getting there. Whoops, my top broke off like it always does. Oh, there's an extra gun. Maybe that was his gun. Oh, it's mine. That was my bin. What else is there? There is this guy, which just doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, it goes on top of the panels. So there's the 2 control panels right there. That goes here. So that's done now. He's got 1 black antenna. One antenna